Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Launch Hour here on Ultimate FM. It's the ninth day of March 2022, and we are excited to be in your faces once again. My name is Mess as usual.
Good afternoon. I remain Salabida Nola Lovett, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, my name is Raymond Arinze Venashus. Good afternoon, Missy. Good afternoon, Dami.
Good afternoon. How did you celebrate your International Women's Day yesterday? No, I'm going to ask. Which woman did you celebrate?
I celebrated lots of women because I have lots of women in my life.
So how did you celebrate them?
Celebrated them.
I want details.
They are for now. They are far
Mercy,
away
why
from
you
me.
interested?
So
No.
the best way to celebrate with them is just to give them a phone call.
And send them a text and probably post them on your status.
Yeah, finish. If you're expecting anything bigger, more than that, my hand no dey.
All right, do also join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM. You can also like our page to get notified anytime we are live to be part of our programs. Listen to us live via our website at www.vradiofm.com. Follow us on YouTube at Ultimate FM and on Instagram at Official Ultimate FM. Right after this short commercial break, we have some hot gist for you guys, so stay tuned.
Yes, yes, yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081 687 09103, 090 416 26640, and 091 374 23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this VO radio.
Tawa kai gida lifin for me for biyu radio wallahi me I dey enjoy am for me haji ko to na gode da guda da ganga.
Hello, give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this view radio.
Alright, welcome back to Launch Hour here. You get so she filed the lawsuit and the case was in court and everything. So now Chris Brown brought evidence. The evidence is a voice note that she sent to him. He did not deny that he slept with her, but he did. He's in the voice notes. In fact, it was so clear that it was a case of he slept with her once and she wanted him to sleep with her again, but he did not. He ignored her, so she got pissed. And then she brought out the whole thing that he raped her just because she was angry and she wanted to extort money from him. And now Chris Brown is angry. This is a statement he made. He said, "No more dragging me through the mud. Clearly, you all can see that this is just a cap. Now let's see if the media will keep that same energy they had trying to destroy me. Whose lives like that?" That was the statement he made. And a lot of people are now coming out to say that what if the lady what if the voice that is not her voice, or she's not the one that sent that voice note? She cannot come out to say that anymore. In fact, I'm very happy that he was able to bring the receipt. He was able to keep that message, because if he had deleted it, probably nobody would have known the truth. And being that criminal records in the past, they might even say that it's true, he did it, he's capable of doing something like that. But the point here is there are so many people that have been accused of things like this, even here in Nigeria. Somebody will just wake up one day, one lady, and just say that this person tried to rape me, or this person tried to forcefully say want to extort money from the person. And it is not right. It is not right at all. And I really, in fact, what I would suggest is the same energy that, like what he rightly said in the statement, that same energy you used to drag the person that time when initially the case now backfires and you find out that it is a lie, please let them use that same energy to drag the person that accused in the first place. In fact, there should even be a punishment for false accusation. Don't you think so?
This is just a defamation of character.
Exactly.
Because, well, until proven, until one person is proven guilty, it's still a defamation of character for the guilty part or the guilty party. Now, we all know Chris Brown has been a controversial singer or celebrity for so long. We all know one based on all his domestic violence issues. Now, but I'm happy that this thing is happening in the Western world, because had it been it is happening here in Africa or any part of Africa, it will be very difficult, and a lot of people are going to say, because you're a celebrity, you choose to do whatever you choose to do. And now I'm happy that the voice note is out. I think in the Western world they have mind readers, actually not mind readers. They have voice readers. They have something that this technology that can dictate somebody's voice, no matter how you try to decline that is not your voice. They have this machine that can dictate somebody's voice. Now, I think we are still waiting for the lady in question to come out and either accept or deny that voice note belongs to her. So I think Chris Brown has been, for a long time, he has been in a positive year. He has changed. We are not for a very long time. I think over 7 years now, more than that. He has been in a very positive attitude, and I think maybe the jurisdiction there, or their type of supposed to be, it's not here in Africa that they sweep things under the carpet. So maybe we are going to see law take its course there.
Is it like maybe the truth now later came out, like everybody now know the truth that okay, this lady she was lying. First case. So when the truth now came out, like then
everybody now say,
in fact, you will not hear anything.
Even though
you will not hear anything about it. It's very wrong. Once you're on your social media, you came to justice, and that person you are shouting justice for, she maybe he or she
she's the guilty party.
She's the guilty part. So let us know when the other one is not guilty. It will be is a good one.
Exactly.
Let them use the same energy for the both.
Yes,
like what Chris Brown said when the story came out, everybody was saying Chris Brown again. Now, if eventually the whole thing turns out that the lady was lying, they keep up that same energy to drag the lady
without being biased.
Yes, simple and short.
Very simple.
All right, Dami, what do you have for us this afternoon?
Okay, it's about a music producer and it's a man, Champion Beats, or what's his name? He was alleged of being a biological father of his kids. Then he said no. It came out that his partner, his ex-partner gave him 3 kids, which is not his. Then he was asked to go
for a DNA
test. Then he
refused.
He refused to go for it. So I don't understand. He said the kids are not for you. Now go for DNA test. He said no, they go. So how are you so sure that the kids are not yours? So if you want to prove that, then you should go for a DNA. Or what do you think? You should go for a DNA test. This is very simple.
We are not going to deny the fact that a lot of people has been fathering kids that does not belong to them. We are not going to deny that fact because I think this thing has done very well last year. We have a lot of cases about it, a whole lot last year, but that doesn't mean that you just come out one certain time or anytime you feel like you will not just say these kids are not mine without medically proving it. You have to prove it medically beyond every reasonable doubt that these kids does not belong to you. Now, you are being told to go for a DNA test. You are saying no. Then how are we going to even sort these kids does not belong to you when you have refused to go for a medical test? Now, I'm seeing it in a part that he's trying to run away from his responsibility as the father of these kids. That is just it. Because for me, I think something should be done about all these things. That people will not wake up one day and deny your responsibility by saying that these kids are not them, and you leave the woman to suffer alone. And again, if maybe I think the government in particular should force him to go for that DNA test. And if those kids belongs to him, no, this is a serious matter. If this at the latter end, if these kids belongs to him, he should be punished. If he can even be sent to the prison. And when I mean prison, I mean he's just we are still talking about the formation of character.
Yes.
Because you are now saying that your wife is a shit, and your wife is like a public figure, if I'm not mistaken, because you yourself, you are a public figure. That makes your wife also a public figure. Now, if you try to spoil the reputation or the career of your wife, how are you going to feel if other people see her that she's a shit?
It can even affect the children
The
in
children,
future, because
yeah.
you know, like we always say, social media never forgets. This statement he has made that tomorrow now, even if the case has been settled, the deed has already been done. So contesting that, but this man said he's not our father. How come he's still, you know, that is if indeed the DNA test comes out that he children, you know, that kind of thing. So people should not just talk. Even if you have
he's just trying to run away from responsibility.
If you have such suspicions, then go ahead and do
And
the
do
DNA test without making so much noise. It is when you have done the needful, that's when you can now come out and say,
Back
okay,
up your
I
claim.
have proof that these children are not mine. It's not just going ahead to say the children are not yours.
Because I don't know what you want to prove here. Go for DNA test, then, because you have turned Instagram to your court now, so that they will judge the matter for you. So if they are not yours, then they will judge it for you. But now, go for DNA test.
Exactly. That's the first step. Arinze, over to you. What do you have for us?
The gist I have today is about Peter, the military guy that was shot by DSS officer, because they were questioning him who he was, and he was trying to bring out his ID card to show them that see, I'm a military guy. He was shot close range to the stomach. In the stomach. Now, Nigeria once again has failed its own. How can you? This is now trying to start a war between the military and the DSS. Now, the guy died a few days after that incident on close range. Now, my problem is this. I have two sides of the matter now. Now, DSS is trying to become another SARS. We have disbanded SARS. DSS has taken over. Is it not time for the government to how do I say it? Is it not time for the government to reshuffle all these our military personnel? Most of them are not mentally okay. That is what I will say, because I've been inside the bus going to somewhere. I see a military man. I've said it here countless times. I've seen a policeman drinking all this sachet alcohol. Who does that? You're on duty and you are getting high. Later you see a fellow human being as a bushra that you can shoot anyhow.
Imagine.
Now the second side I have about this story is this. If you go through the comment section, you see where someone, I don't know what is happening in this country. I don't know why we have all this African mentality. Someone left what people are discussing there and was even begging for people to send him a recharge card.
It's normal. You see it every time.
Was funny.
You see it every time on social media.
It was funny.
Even when people are shouting justice for Bamishe, you see somebody
I'm begging for a recharge card in the comment section. That was what caught my attention. I was like, what are we? You can't even, if you don't want to sympathize with maybe this person or the family, why not just move on with the story and move on? Now,
if I feel some people don't even read the story, they just see, they just click comments and they just start making comments.
So now we have social media beggars. Wow.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
Social media beggars.
Like what Arinze said, I would just add that in fact it is high time that the government starts doing something about these issues, because we cannot be fighting Boko Haram, fighting headsmen that are killing people, and then we'll start fighting military, fighting, that kind of thing. Yeah. It is not done at all. Let us face the issues that we need to face, instead of this one that DSS is killing this military one and killing military. You hear of another one of police killing vigilantes or doing all sort of things.
NDLEA fighting police,
which is very wrong.
Roaching. Those things are disgraceful. In fact,
they
are not things that we should hear of.
Yes, even my take on this is the person that shot that
the military man.
Military man now. In fact, you will not hear anything about it.
It will be swept under the carpet. That's for sure.
It's very wrong. You are, at least you caught someone. Maybe I don't even know how the
incident happened.
The incident happened. Then he said he's a military man. He was trying to bring out his ID card. Then you shot him. I don't know the other.
It's obvious. Probably he felt he was trying to bring out.
He was threatened.
He was threatened.
He felt
but if like what Arinze said, I really do not feel that I was in his right state of mind. Yeah. Because if you're in your right state of mind, you will not just think that the next thing is to shoot the person.
And at least you should step back first.
A thief In
You
fact,
don't shoot them immediately.
You don't shoot that person immediately. So my take on this is also, I'm very sure that the person is not in his right state of mind.
At all.
I think that there should be a mental check before even allowing somebody to handle an iPhone in this.
There are so many people that just, they are
Someone,
not
his
okay.
wife might get him upset at home. Boom, his children,
Exactly.
everything can just happen. Depression can take over him and he start to shoot people anyhow.
Very true, very, very true. All right, that was it on the G session this afternoon. When we come back from this commercial break, we are going to discuss our hot topic, so do stay tuned.
Yes, yes, yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look, VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 6 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio.
You radio.
We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I dey enjoy this View Radio.
Kai mai gida leave him for me for Pure Radio. Wallahi, me I dey enjoy am for me. Haji ko to na gode.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this View Radio.
Yes, yes, yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-9103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
All right, welcome back to the program this afternoon here on Ultimate FM. Now, it's still part of discussing our topic, but I just want to ask Arinze a question. Arinze, have you ever, the way you are serious, count down, it's nothing serious, count down, share your count.
I've always been calm.
Have you ever been in a situation where probably you are on a queue in the ATM or in the bank or somewhere, and you just see this very beautiful girl, like fine girl like this, and you're supposed to withdraw money before the girl, that kind of thing. You were at the front, and the girl just walk off with you. The girl just do her eye on kind, just say, please, there's an emergency. Can I quickly just I just said, no problem.
First of all, talk to the mic. You're not talking to the mic.
No problem. Have you ever?
Well, I've not done that before. I am somebody that.
But have you been in a similar scenario?
No. I follow protocols.
Okay, so you have never.
I've never.
Wait, calm down now. I've not been.
I'm very. I know Sarah is a no good disappointment.
Yeah.
So you have never.
I trust.
So you have never ever, given special preference to a lady simply because she's beautiful.
No, I've not. The only people I give special preferences maybe when I'm in queue are elderly people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So you have
people
never.
I've never.
Think longer, hard.
I've
Don't
done
lie.
that. I've done that.
Okay.
I don't do that. The only people I give privilege are either the disabled or less privileged. Let me know you disabled, less privileged.
Okay, so you have not just seen fine girl and say, fine girl, you fine.
Or pregnant women.
Or pregnant women. Or pregnant women. But who you are fine help? Imagine if okay, there's been a particular time I was in a, you understand, I was in a, I wanted to go and withdraw. So now I went to my wardrobe where I used to keep my ATM card, ID cards and everything. I mistakenly took one and left. And that was during December period. Now, my number was almost 80 something. And I've waited for, in fact, I was there, the money finished, they put money like 4 times. Because December period, people spend cash a lot. So now, it was just 5 people. Now, I had to bring out my card to get ready to go and withdraw. I was warming up because after the 5, I was there since morning. So now, I checked that the card I was holding, it was my voter's card, not even my ATM. Now, imagine if I have, you have to tell me that you are beautiful, that I should wait. So I had to wait. I went home because I told the people in my front that, see, I took my voter's card instead of my ATM card. Even when I was saying, people like behind me heard what I was saying. So when I went home, because my place was far. When I got, they now told me, go and withdraw. Because they heard me, even if I did not, they heard me. They still say, you have suffered, go and withdraw. So I now left. Imagine if I wanted to go and withdraw. Because here you fine. You now said, please, now if you like, may your eye come out. I'm not going to allow you.
I've been there since morning.
I've been there since morning. Now you just come. I won't allow you. Okay. Imagine that particular scenario.
God bless you. Now I've been here supporting Narinze, so I want to hear from you.
Men supporting women now.
Now you are a pretty lady, yeah.
So that means very pretty. Continue what you're saying.
It's not on this program. Maybe after this program. So you, for what exactly? Have you ever been in a position where people or someone gave you preferential treatment simply because you are beautiful?
That means why are you laughing?
I talk now.
No. Okay, I will not deny the fact that it's not as if I have a new to
as a weapon.
Yes, no. But let's be realistic with ourselves. People do that. Once they see that fine girl, come and withdraw.
But not when somebody like me is on the queue. If that person, if you allow her withdraw, that means she's withdrawing for your turn. Now for your turn.
So, okay, so you have experienced it before that. Simply because you are pretty, there are some sets been allowed to speak for myself. Let me give you a short story. So after COVID, you know how banks were not working. In fact, there was lockdown after the lockdown. So when banks eventually opened, like what you rightly said, there were queues and people had to start collecting numbers and things like that before you get into the bank. So I went to the bank. I wanted to see the customer service. I got to the bank and, in fact, I think it was ATM card I wanted to collect. I can't really remember. But there were plenty people there. And I won't lie that I was one of the first people to come. I can't lie. But it seems that I was not one of the first people to come.
Okay, I thought you said you were one of the first.
No, I wasn't. Okay. There were a lot of people before me. You get. But you know how these things happening. But it's not like I even knew the guy. Just normal customer service agent. But he decided to attend to me first. Maybe because I'm a fine girl now. And I said, let me just attend to this fine girl first. And there were other people, at my front and all that. But
they don't give you buzzbuzz.
You needed to see the
I knew it. I knew it.
A friend of mine that came with me said, babe, let's go. They have given you the card. Let's be going before these people will pounce on you. In fact, because the guy was like, she's my sister, or the way the guy was. I don't know the guy from anywhere, but probably the guy just liked me and he just said, okay. But like what Dami said, it's not that I wanted to, but I could have at least just said, no. I'm not the first.
I've witnessed such things, not because I'm handsome, because I'm not handsome, but I've witnessed such things because I went to the bank to do WU, that's Western Union, because I've always been their regular customers. I
Customer,
always do Western Union. So there's this girl, I will not call her name, and I will not mention the bank too. So because they did not pay for adverts, you understand? So now when I went to the bank, there was so much queue anyway. That was around, I think that was 2019. So that was early middle of 2019. So when I went there, she saw me. In fact, there was crowd. I've just expected myself to go and sit down one place. I told the last person that, please, I'm behind you. You know, this is our normal language. Yes, I'm behind you. So when I told the guy I'm behind you, I now went to sit down and be pressing my phone and be waiting because I cannot, God knows I cannot stand. So the girl now signaled to me that I should come to me on the counter. She said I should, you understand, enter inside.
Fine
so
boy, no
it's not about being fine. They have known me that I'm a regular customer. You understand? So it was just on a preferential customer.
But we will not also deny the fact that regardless of the way your situation happened, that when they walk into somewhere, the lady will just be confused this. She will just say, this boy is fine. She might not say, fine boy, come let me attend to you.
In her mind.
But in her mind, is this guy I want to ask. In fact, she can even use style to even write her number and give to you know that.
And I got the girl's number that day. But no, don't worry.
So can we now say that
based on business?
Can we now say that the notion that pretty people, beautiful people, or handsome people have better privileges most times in our society than people that society feels that they are not so good looking? Can we say that?
Yes, we can. For me, we can, because people, the society tends to should I say, support them or recognize them first. Yes, that's the English.
Yes.
Society seems to recognize them first. Imagine when you go for maybe an interview or something like that. Crowd, they look face.
Yes.
In some people like us that have suspicious faces, they will not even call you. They will tell you to wait. Or even when you go for a party, it happens everywhere. Even when you go to a party, and when they are sharing food, they will share food. They will pass you. If you are not that good looking, they will just pass. So exactly. Let us not even be biased about it.
And in fact, this just brought to my remembrance how there is this bias between somebody that is light skinned and somebody that is dark skinned, especially ladies. So you walk into somewhere with your friend, you are dark and your friend is light, and in fact probably it's something work related.
They are not seeing yourself. The dark person, they are not seeing
probably something work related, but then they just say it's the light skinned person that they want, and they have not even seen the potential that both of you have. But immediately this girl is light skinned, she's more beautiful, which means she might she will get sense. She go get sense, but they have not even heard any word that's from both of you. So eventually when they now find out that she's not the right candidate, that's when they'll now say, okay, let's fall back to the person that is dark skinned. But in all this that we have said, is it right?
It's not right.
This shouldn't be even a question. It is not right.
It's not right.
Because
I
think it was 2 weeks ago, I was going through Instagram and I saw ex Big Brother Naija housemate Angel posted on her Instagram story that somebody gave her a huge sum of money in the club simply because she's a fine girl. She did not know the person from anywhere. The guy just walked up to her and just, gave her money. I fine girl, take. That kind of thing. And you see people that work in that same club and have never been tipped up to that half of that amount that she was giving, because they are not perceived as being attractive. Even if they work hard, they would never get that amount of money because they feel like this one is not a fine boy or this one is not a fine girl. Those kind of things even affect how people see themselves, and that is why we have some people that will go out of their way to even do some kind of surgeries or to bleach their skin, or to do one kind of thing that will enhance their body simply because they feel like society will accept them more if they are light, or society will accept them more if they have big boobs or big buttocks or something.
Yeah, imagine we are even going to the extreme in this. There are some. Let me come in the part of men right now. Now, if you're a guy and they say if you don't have beards, when I mean beards, I mean beards. This type of Dr. Crack, not your type of beards I'm talking about. Your own still lack fertilizer. so I mean, see-through that your type of beard, but it should become fuller. You understand? That you use comb to comb. They say, okay, now if you enter in a particular place, they don't see beards in you. Me, I know I don't have beards. You understand? So when they don't see enough beard in you, they will see you as this guy is maybe you are a small child, but that doesn't actually determine your age. You understand? People don't have, a lot of us don't have hairs on our skin. So now imagine in the part of the ladies now, they discriminate between a fair lady and okay, let me say a light skinned lady and a dark lady. But this is not how it's supposed to be. I think the society should stop this. Yes, everybody is unique in their own special way. That is just it. People are very, very unique. Imagine telling me to choose between Messi and Dami is light skin and Messi is dark skin. It doesn't work like that. Both of them.
Choose anyone.
No, I'm not choosing. Even if I'm told to choose, I'll choose the two of you.
If it is based on that.
One that has everything is packaged according to what they will say, and they will leave the person that has a lot of potential because they feel like this one does not have.
We should not deny the fact that, like what Dr. Christ said, people have their own preference. Yes, you might like people that have this and don't have that, but even if you have made your choice, don't try to discriminate and don't have it.
Yes, if you want to make your own preference.
Yes, don't make it discriminatory.
And you make the person feel less.
Yes, or maybe you are the person that likes dark skinned girls. You say because you prefer dark skinned girls, you now see something that is light skin like.
And you now say this one looks like custard rubber.
Or custard.
You know that kind of thing.
Or custard when no done. Yes.
I personally have an issue with men or even women that make comments about people's body structure.
Yeah, they will say I like
color or this.
Some girls will say, let me look at it in the angle of the ladies now. They will say I prefer tall guys. What time I use short people do? You understand? That is called discrimination. That's how.
No, we are trying to create a balance.
We are checking this table.
There should be a balance between discrimination.
Yes.
Preference is saying that I like tall guys.
Yeah, fine.
Right.
Yes, but don't say other people are dwarfs.
Discrimination is saying other guys they are not among us.
Yeah, that's discrimination. Yes.
That is discrimination.
We respect your preferences.
If you want tall guy, then go for
tall guys. Yes.
Don't make the other people feel less about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. There's no wrong going for preference.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong there. But don't try to discriminate others because they don't match up to your expectation or what you want.
Yes. And now talking about how this thing can affect the mental health. We talked about it already. You see people now feeling less about themselves and try to pattern themselves in a way that would please people simply because they feel like, okay, I'll be accepted more if I am this way. So what do we think that as a society now, what do you think that people can do to actually make, definitely to not go away? People will continue to have privilege. People will continue to allow me to be at the front of the queue because I'm fine. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm tall.
Yes, it will continue. It will not stop. But then how can we make sure that about those kind of things?
It's very simple. Accept people the way they are. If she's fat, don't call her that you are too fat, you are an obesity or that. If she's lean, don't tell her that she looks like iPhone cord or something like that. Just appreciate people the way you understand. So I think, are we having a call?
No, we are not.
Okay.
The caller just dropped the call.
All right. So I think something funny is happening in the studio. Well, I'll say that people should just accept people the way they are, because if you can create somebody, the right to say whatever you want to say. But since you cannot create anybody, then accept people the way they were created.
Yes.
It's like just what we just said, that if we can't deny the fact that we all have our ways.
Yes.
But in making that your own preference, not to bring other people's down.
Yeah.
Because if you like a tall girl or you like a tall guy, you want a fair lady girl, then go for it instead of bringing others down. Pretty privilege can never. In fact, it will be a privilege forever. In this society, we find ourselves is like we give more privilege to pretty girls.
I don't even want to
and handsome guys.
In fact, handsome guys. Let's be realistic with ourselves. But as pretty, don't look down yourself. No, unless nobody shame others just because someone is not pretty or someone is not fat. Then it's you don't even have a big bootos. You don't have.
What is pretty privilege should not apply for everything.
Yeah, especially job
and things relating to intelligence. Please let us not put beautiful in place of smart.
Yes, because there are a lot of people that pretty face,
fine
face, fine body, and nothing upstairs. Yeah. So you go if you're an employer and you want people to apply for a job and people apply, don't look at face and say this one is fine, this one is fine, this one. You get the job, in fact, without even trying to look at, because that's how you have a whole lot of people that are just there in companies wasting. They are not doing anything. No. They are not bringing anything to the table. Meanwhile, people that have the smart ideas, they are not able to utilize it just because they are not pretty enough. So what I would just say is that pretty privileges will not go away, but there are certain situations that it should not apply.
Yeah.
That is just it. There are certain situations that it is your brain and what you have to offer that matters. So regardless of, let it just be that the beauty is a plus.
Yeah.
Let it not be that is going to be the paramount thing. Arinze and Dami, do you guys have any last words? Our time is up.
Dami, let's hear
I
from
will
you.
just say we are all beautifully made. So let not look down on ourselves. If you are pretty, know that it's a gift from God. And
If your
fact,
beauty is inwards, also know it's a
there's no
gift.
woman or guy that is not pretty.
And
we are
now.
all handsome in our own way.
Yes.
That's just it.
All right, appreciate yourself the way you are. That's how God wants you to be. So don't let anybody make you feel less. That's all I can say.
Are you sure that?
Yeah.
Stay safe.
You people are tormenting me.
All right. I think Arinze and Dami have said everything there is to say about beauty and all that. They used to say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah. So even if one person doesn't recognize the fact that you are beautiful, trust me, there's someone out there that will still look at you
for
and
your
say, you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen in
world.
my life. Yeah. So that's just it. The fact that this person doesn't appreciate doesn't mean the other will not appreciate you. You don't have to change yourself just to please anybody. Simple and short.
Yeah.
All right, that was it this afternoon on Lunch Hour here on Ultimate FM. Do well to join us again next time for another interesting episode. But until then,
stay safe.
Have a nice day and stay safe.